entrepreneurs, and visionaries. Welcome to another Monday Night Live training, where your journey to business success accelerates. Join us for insights, strategies, and tools to elevate your business while keeping your budget in mind. It's time to transform your passion into profit. Your host, Corey Bill Foster, is about to take the stage. Get ready to be inspired and empowered. The future of your business starts now.
All right. Okay. We are live. We're already live on Instagram, and I would put you guys in I feel like you're really low. We're going to move Instagram a little higher. We're going to be, oh my gosh, we're going to go back in the day. Like, y'all don't see it from your view, but matter of fact, you guys on the wrong spot too. Let's move you guys. But back in the day, before we had stuff, y'all, anything that would I could sit you guys on was what y'all sat on. So we're going to throw a candle, and here we go. Hold on, we gotta make sure we leveled. All right, I might need a smaller candle, but I think we're okay. But how are you guys doing? I'm just adding everyone in here to make sure we're all in the room. But we are on LinkedIn, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram and YouTube. So hi, how you doing? All right. I'm just making sure that the post gets to all the places it needs to go to. And let's speak this into existence. Let's say next year, all these apps start doing better with their streaming so that we can be as productive as we need to be. You know what I mean? Like, we shouldn't have to do all these click here to click there. Like, let's let them get themselves together. You know, that's my hope for next year, is that these companies are like, you know what? We're going to make this easy. We're going to make everything streamlined. That's my hope. Okay. Because back in the day, we did not have to work this hard to sync everybody. But now we do. And I'm not feeling it. I'm just going to be honest with you. It's a lot of extra work. And I do not like that we have to do it all. And then sometimes you do all the things and people still don't see it. And I know I'm not alone in this. I've talked about this in the last couple lives. I've been very embedded in the industry, talking to different business owners from all over, and the consensus is the same, that especially Facebook, a little bit of LinkedIn is making it kind of hard for you guys to see the stuff, whether it's an event, whether it's a post, whether it's anything streaming. It's just been made more difficult unnecessarily. Like, we're live in LinkedIn right now, and LinkedIn is not showing it as a live stream. And that's the craziest part. Like, we here, but they're not showing it as a live stream. I know Instagram is. Shout out to Instagram. But that's because I'm directly going live with you guys. But yeah, so hopefully all we can do is do what we can do. And I think that that's something that I want to, make sure we understand is, guys, we can only do what we can do. All we can do is show up consistently, use all the avenues that are available to us and do the best we can. There's nothing that is going to, make the situation better by being super upset or irate or giving up or throwing in the towel. Like, I'm never going to use Facebook or LinkedIn again. It's like, why? We're just going to keep pressing on, right? We're going to try to find ways to work around the things we can work around. And that's what we're going to do. Fair enough? All right. So I think I'm everywhere that I should be. But last week, somebody was like, I was on LinkedIn and I didn't see it. So I'm going to try to post the message, and then we're going to get started so that they know, like, hey, here's a link. We are live everywhere that I can put it. That's all I can do, because I can see that we're there on LinkedIn, but it's not made super easy for them to see. So hopefully everybody sees it. But when in doubt, guys, I would say join our private communities, because that's where I guarantee that you can watch these lives. Also, if you ever miss the live, make sure you're on our email list, because we always send a link to the replay, which is always going to be on YouTube. Whether we go live on YouTube or not, it'll always be posted on YouTube. And then, of course, if you're one of our private communities, look at your portal. Not private communities, but if you're one of our paid clients, look in your portal, because I also, right after we wrap up, put the videos in there, and you were able to see replays. I actually think we have replays from 2020 2023 and 2024. So like, if you join one of our programs in January, you'll have 2 years of these trainings in there that you can look at any time. I know Facebook, it used to let you choose whether it was going to stay forever or whether it was going to disappear in 30 days. And now pretty much everything disappears in 30 days. So you might not be able to go back as far in our private communities, but that's the beauty of being in one of our programs, that you have access to all the good stuff. All right. So first of all, I cannot believe it's November 25th, y'all. I was getting prepared for today and I was like, oh my gosh, like November flew by. I swear November 1st just happened. But we're almost done with November. I mean, we have about 1 month and some change left in this year. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. But that's why this topic for tonight is so important. And that's preparing your business for the end of the year. We've talked a little bit about prepping for the next year, but there's some kind of like housekeeping things that we need to start kind of thinking about to make sure this year wraps up. Right? This is something that I've been doing in my business. I've been recommending my clients to as well, is let's make sure we end the year really strong. Let's make sure that we are tying up any loose ends, that we're really looking and grabbing all the data that we can, so that when we move into the next year, that we can do it confidently, empowered, encouraged, motivated, all that fun stuff. But before we dive into the topic for tonight, let me make sure I do introduce myself, because inevitably we're going to have someone new. And I love that about this community. So I am Corey Fonville Foster. I'm a speaker, I'm a trainer, I'm a certified business coach specializing in implementation. And I'm also the CEO of iRock Marketable Business Solutions. It's a small business marketing firm based out of Virginia, and we service coaches, consultants, speakers, and authors from coast to coast and up into Canada. And we've been speaking it into existence that in 2025 we will be international. So I'm super excited about that, even if it isn't here yet. Like, I'm excited that that is going to be the trajectory of our business. My goal for 2025, I just told my accountability partner, I said, hey, I'm going for 100 new clients that I want to touch and support in 2025. I went back and looked at some preliminary data today, and I said we did over 62 individual projects. It doesn't mean we work with 62 different people. I got to pull that data and see how many clients that actually totals out to, but that's 62 projects. And the cool part about the fact that they're projects, that was the quickest that I could pull, was the fact that some clients got bundles. So that's not even how many products we sold. That's just how many projects we worked on, as far as like a client might have booked and asked for like a website and a logo and an email list, right? That was one project. So I think we did pretty good this year. We still got some time. I'm hoping that with our end of year promotions and all that fun stuff, that we will hit 100 projects, because that is the goal. We are a small business, but we are a mighty small business. So I'm hoping that will be how we end our year. But next year we are going for 100 new clients, and I may even tweak that to say 100 high ticket clients, because next year, for the first time in a long time, we're going to have a lot more quick things that people can grab and do at their own pace, versus just this past year. I would say last year we focused mainly on high ticket clients. So we're going to kind of spread it out a little bit more next year. And so I'm excited. Y'all should be excited about your business, because I'm excited about mine. So anywho, let's talk about it. Prepping your business for the end of the year. What type of things do we need to be doing to make sure that we are kind of getting our business ready to finish up, right? First of all, you need to be looking at contracts, right? Let's look at all the contracts we have. I don't care if you need to pull them from, organize them, figure it out, but look and see what contracts are going to close by the end of the year. And what contracts can you finish up, right? Some of you may have contracts like, do these things, do milestones. Can you get it done by the year? I like to get through everything I can possibly get, so that, again, I don't have to bring into the new year change. I like to contracts are for them to process now. Wait, and their contracts exactly December till December 20th. They're going to be bid out. I have been it. You're all past clients. Hey, to get them on your books. This is something you want to the new year with a little money pocket, right? Don't hurt to say, okay, we know it's almost guaranteed. Such guarantee all things that to have the new year. Maybe somebody was on to say, hey, you did give you a maybe discount, maybe bonuses to the 12 months for next appropriate for every different businesses. Please, because it's great to now I know for 12 months, 2025, I don't have to go search. So start thinking do and update the name, the word year. Funny or is because I get some people get really, and why do they have? There's reasons, but realize where they're unclear, where people will find loot. And so I really do to all possible sit down in the law, right? So they if you're in our private Facebook community, we got Jamila Moore up in there for a reason. She is our expert lawyer, trademark, copyright, and all things. Keep your money so that am I breaking up? I was sorry for breaking up. Can you guys hear me on Instagram? I see the comment. Hold on, let me see. I'm not sure why. Sometimes if I'm on Instagram too, it'll cut up. I can't see it on my side. Let me close a few things. Give me 1 second. But like I said, check out Jamila Moore in our private community because she can really help you make sure that legally you can keep your money. Right? I don't want you doing a whole bunch. Oops, and I deleted my notes. Well, I didn't delete my notes. I just moved it. I see you, Cheryl. I got it. I'm trying to fix the problem here. Trying to close some things down. Sometimes, again, if I'm on Instagram and here, it likes to play a little bit. Give me 1 second to pull my notes back up, though. That hurt my feelings. I was like, click, 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 and delete, and delete the stuff I needed. All right. I think I've deleted everything I can. All right. Okay, so I know you can hear me on Instagram. Cool. All right. So yeah, so definitely protect yourself. If you do not have the funds or the resources to connect with a lawyer, still look at your contracts and try to see, is it as, and I say tight, but I mean, is it as clear and concise as possible to the point where you and the person who is purchasing from you really have a really good understanding of what you all are getting yourselves into, right? I don't want you to be confused. I don't want them to be confused. I want it to be crystal clear. If they are purchasing a product, how long do they have access? When will they get access? What are their responsibilities when it comes to that product or service? How long can they have it? And I get some people be hot about, changes, but I'm really big on that. Like, I want things to be clear, right? Something that I've been talking to my team about is having a new terms and conditions over all of our products and sending that out before the year's over, because some people's contracts are here, then everywhere, and just kind of have an amended portion to say, hey, as come January 1st, these are some updated policies. It may involve like phones, because people love being able to text and call me. And that's something I really, try to have a boundary about. So we'll probably have a phone policy. I'm probably going to get better. I actually have a work phone, y'all. I never use it. And I shouldn't say never, but most of the time I use it. So I think we're going to have the business phone, but have parameters around how we're going to utilize it. So people will be able to message on the phone. We just got to make sure, because what happens is people will text things that they should email. And it's like, once you open the text, now I gotta remember to go back to the text. And then sometimes it's a lot. And I'd rather just like, sometimes it ain't really to me, it's to the team. So we're gonna figure out the best way and then communicate that with our team. So even again, if it's not in your contract, I would suggest that, if you can put in the contract, do so. But if not, definitely make your clients aware of any changes to how you do business, right? If you're updating your office hours, something that I'm going to be doing better about is actually putting like on my email, like out of office notes for all the major holidays, because I'm telling you, Thanksgiving is coming up and somebody is going to email, call, and I'm like, I'm trying to eat turkey too, I'm trying to be with the friends and family. So that's something we're going to work better with communicating, because it's not your client. And I want to say this, for those of you who are mad at your clients for what you feel like is them crossing a boundary, I'm going to be honest, it really isn't their fault. It's probably your fault for not making the boundary clear enough and sticking to it, right? I'm not mad at them. If I was them, I'd try to get my money's worth for whatever too. But definitely make sure that you are really thinking through those contracts, saying, okay, is this clear enough? Does it explain our process enough? Right? Because I don't want nobody coming back being like, oh, I thought. No. Let's go back to the contract, right? And be really, really clear and make sure that it makes sense for what you can live with, especially if it's long term, because I really want you guys to start pushing for longer contracts. So we talked about your contracts. We talked about like your terms and conditions. Also, this is the best time to start looking at where's your money going? All your overhead. When I tell you, you guys, we've been getting out of people's stuff like, oh yeah, I've been talking about it all year, right? And I've been saying, I ain't gonna say the name, ClickFunnels. I invested in ClickFunnels last December, November, somewhere in there. And the goal was, because I had some clients in ClickFunnels, that I was gonna learn ClickFunnels and do better. Y'all, I'm so excited today to say that they're not getting no more of my money. I canceled it. And I'm not saying this, I want y'all to leave ClickFunnels. If it works for you, stay there. But it didn't work for my business. It didn't work for how we did business. And it was an extra cost for things that we already had. And so I just encourage you to kind of look, especially because a lot of softwares are updating and adding new features. Look at all the stuff you're paying for and make sure you don't have tons of overlap. If you got 4 things that include a website, if you got 4 things that include email marketing and 4 things that create funnels and all this stuff, get rid of that stuff. You'd be surprised how much money you can save if you just looked at your software and said, no. And don't be afraid to switch companies. If you are, for instance, moving to ClickFunnels, ClickFunnels does a lot of stuff, right? If you were to move to ClickFunnels, you could house your website there, your community there, do your email marketing there, have your funnels there, your landing pages. You could house so much stuff in that one place, and you could get rid of your ConvertKit and your what else? Your ConvertKit, your WordPress, your whatever else you're using, get rid of it. Save yourself some money. Okay, save yourself some money, because we have been slashing and dicing as much as we can. Also, a lot of you, because I know I work with a lot of women, especially women of color, y'all know how to call these companies and be like, hey, I've been with you guys for 5 years. What can you do for me? Right? I need you guys to take that into business as well. And I'm not saying to sit out here and try to be, necessarily negotiating with like small businesses. I mean, these big companies, right? Like if you're paying for even your work phone, call them. Hey, what can you do for me? Right? I've been with you. I like the services, but what can you do for me? Because this is what I always throw in. If you on Verizon, hey, T-Mobile doing this, I might slide over there. Sprint doing this, whoever, they doing this. What can you do for me? You guys, we get that your budgets are tight, but it's probably because you were out here letting people take all your money. Call these people. Don't let you talk to a robot. Say, need a live person, and see what they can do for you. If they can't do nothing, fine, but at least you tried, because some of you are paying so much because you're just letting them do whatever, right? I was talking to my assistant, and I've been in her butt about this, like, please help me. There's only one company we haven't been able to do this with because they don't have a live person to talk to. But I was like, hey, hit them up. We did a comparison of different platforms that did the same thing, what they offered, the price, and I was like, let them know we'll be out. We'll be out of here. We will dip on them. And if they would have had a live person, I know we would have got a better deal. But they were smart. They were like, we not gonna talk to y'all. And so we're like, okay, are we gonna stay? Are we gonna go? Because every year their prices go up. But it's like, hey, if I've been with you for 5+ years, you got to do something for me. Make, sweeten the pot, add a bonus or something. I was like, hey, I'll pay it. Can I add a little feature? Because then I don't have to buy that from someone else. So definitely look at your systems that you're using. See if there's any new systems you need to bring in. Some of you, I've been really preaching, get you a CRM system so you can better manage your clients. A CRM is a customer relationship management system. Get one if you need one. But also, like I said, look and see what you do have that you can maybe get rid of. If you do have ClickFunnels, you don't need probably another place to house your website. Just put it all in that one platform. If you can purchase something for the year, do so, because that tends to save you money as well. If you are buying a software, especially if you vetted it or tried it out and you're going to be there for a year, see if you can afford to, like I said, pay for that whole year, save you a little bit of money as well. Just make sure you're noting when things renew, because a lot of these softwares auto-renew. I'm not even going to put quotes on it. That's what they do. They auto-renew, and you don't want to be caught with a big jump in their auto-renewal, because WordPress, Wix, GoDaddy, they all do that. GoDaddy is probably the worst. They jump the highest and won't tell you a thing. They'll just be like, oh, well, you should have known. And then you go and look at your account, and that little bit of money you thought you were going to have is gone because they done took out an auto renew, whether it's for your domain, your hosting, just your overall website, all that things. Maybe you invested in e-commerce, like you added that to your WordPress or your Wix account, and you ain't sold a thing on it because you're selling it someplace else. Get rid of it. You can downgrade your accounts, things like that. This is the time to really look into those things. Also, look at personnel. Now, I'm not trying to get nobody fired, but if you maybe been paying a VA and they've sucked all year, get rid of them. Get rid of them. Get somebody else, right? If you have been working with personnel, this is the time, just like you did in corporate, to have some conversations about, how have they been performing? Where are some areas where they can improve? Maybe you might need to give some raises because some people have been doing real good and they could do even better if you paid them a little bit more. This is that time as well. So look at personnel, look at systems, because that's going to help you as you plan your budget for the next year. For all of you nonprofit folks, if you haven't already, I need you to sit with your board, have a conversation, have a meeting, right? Have some snacks. You may be there for a while, but you need to start approving your budgets for next year, planning, doing all your programming for next year. Don't wait till December. They are not coming to your meetings. They are busy. So this is the time. You need to be catching them now, saying, hey, let's have our board meeting to plan and approve the budget for next year. What programs will we be having? What partnerships are we going to have? If your board pays a fee to be on your board, make sure you're collecting those. All the things, right? Because we forget. We just out here doing the work, right? Making the impact. But yes, if your board pays, or if they were required to do any, like, what's it called? My brain's dead for a second. Like, do work instead of paying to be on your board. Go ahead and look at them hours. Did they donate all the hours that they were supposed to donate? Because people love saying they sit on somebody's board and ain't did a thing all year. You may need some new board members. This is the time. All right. Go ahead and start pulling the data from your social media. Go ahead and start pulling the data from your email platform, from your website platform. This is the time to be gathering all that information. We've been talking about, updating your business plan and all that stuff, but you can't do that if you don't pull the data first. So please, please, please. Oh yeah, Cheryl said fundraising too. Absolutely. Cheryl is a nonprofit, has a nonprofit advocating for kids. Shout that out. But yes, definitely fundraising. And we have a fundraising specialist. Who is that? Wait a minute. It's coming to me. Fundraising, Evan. Yes, Evan from, what is it? Lakeisha, if you're watching this, tell me what Evan's company is. It's McKean something. Is it McKean Room? I don't remember Evan's last name, but look, I gotta find it. So yeah, Cheryl is advocating for kids, Inc., based out of Virginia. servicing special education, children and families who are dealing with special education in public school systems. But our fundraising specialist, we have a fundraising specialist who's amazing. Evan Marie of the Profit fundraising specialist also specializes in grants and other things like that. So definitely, if you need her information, let me know. I'll be trying to make sure I have the right folks. Thank you, Yes McKean Room. I'll be trying to find the right people to be recommended. Some people like, recommend me. I don't know you. I don't know you. I don't know how good you are, but I will say Cheryl is one of the best advocates in the country when it comes to your child needing special education services. We're going to get off topic for a second, so I'm going to shout my folks out. Definitely, and that's K through 12 transitioning into college. She is going to be your person. And that's all different levels of special education. It doesn't have to be one type of diagnosis. It doesn't have to be IEP or 504. She does it all. You can find her in the private community. If you can't find people to talk about it anytime, please just reach out to me. I will happily connect you. And Cheryl, if you're watching, go ahead and put your information in the chat. I will put it up on the screen. But yes, Evan Marie, amazing. I've actually been working with her company for on and off for almost a year now. And she does some amazing work. She's based out of Chicago, but she services nonprofits all over the country. I don't think she's watching live at the moment, but if you are needing someone to help you with a fundraising plan, grant writing, understanding like what grants to be applying for, all that fun stuff, definitely reach out to her. And I'm gonna try my best. As we go into 2025, we got to talk about that of shouting you guys out. I do try my best, but sometimes I just forget. All right, I'll put Cheryl on the screen. There we go. That's advocatingforkids.org. Definitely. And again, that's nationwide. Nationwide is on your side. But yeah, she does state complaints, and she also has partnered with, let me think about it. I feel like it's Howard University. If I'm wrong, Cheryl, let me know. But yeah, she has partnered with an amazing college to do Advocating While Black. It's a project. Right now, I think it's open to Virginia. Hopefully, it'll be in more states. If y'all participate, y'all Virginia folks, if y'all participate, it'll probably go to other states. Yes, it is Howard. But yes, they are trying to get data about what our needs are, how to best support our Black and Brown students dealing in the special education sphere. And we need the data. So please, if you are in the Virginia area, participate in that program so that she can get the information she needs so that we can get the help that we need, right? So yes, let's do that. Like, I shout y'all out. Don't make me go on a tangent. All right, back to where we were. So we said personnel, systems, your boards, all that fun stuff, your finances. Also, I want you guys to look at your time. She said just Black. Yes, it is for Black families. That's the data we're looking for. But yeah, so we also want to be looking at your time management. And this would be nonprofit, for profit, where sorry, I'm looking at the comments as they come in. I want you guys to really think about your time management. Some of you were doing, you had so much potential, we'll say, right? So much potential to do so many amazing things in your business. And I'm not even saying, if you only did your business full time or if you had a 9-to-5 and did business. Like, no, everybody had a really great potential, right? There's a lot of opportunities, free, low cost to do all the things. But something that stopped a lot of you guys was the fact that your time management just wasn't good, right? Sometimes we have to take ownership and say, I could have done better, right? There was too many excuses that stopped you. There were too many days where you said, I'll do it tomorrow. There were too many days where you said, I don't even know what I should be doing today. This is the time to figure out, are you going to use a paper planner? Are you going to use an online planner? Are you going to use a project management system? Do you need a project manager? Do you need somebody to help you with that? How are you going to ensure that you get this stuff done? Right? If y'all been following me for a while, I used to say I'm a business coach over and over and over again. And then I realized that my specialty, right, my superpower was implementation, because I am very much like, let's get this done. let's get it done. I get it. And I don't want to say that there's not a reason or excuse for why something didn't happen. Like, I'm not saying that things don't happen in life, but I think because of, and this is what we bring into all of our businesses, because of my personal experience with starting a business, running a business as a Black Look, let's be real. Let's get real for a second. A Black, overweight, disabled woman in America who also homeschools, who also it has anxiety and is like who's a proud procrastinator. like let's give me all the excuses, right? With all of that, with having to take care of family members, with kids, with a husband, you know what I mean? Just all the things, right? All this stuff. If I can still do it, then what is your excuse? You know what I mean? I gotta be real. What's your excuse? Well, I encourage you, write down all your excuses and then look at them and say, are there really excuses? Could you have found a way to still get the work done? I don't have no time, but could you have gotten up an hour earlier? I don't have time, but could you have worked through lunch? I don't have time, but could you have stayed up an hour later? Right? I don't have time. Okay, on the weekends when you were sitting there staring at your spouse, looking at them in their face and just smiling and cheesing, could you have been working? I'm just gonna be real, right? No, look, she's not making it look easy. I appreciate you, but there be days when I be struggling. And if you're one of my coaching clients, I definitely try to show a lot more of that. And I try to be real transparent in our private community too, I feel. But yeah, there are days when it's just like, no. Yeah, look, for real, let's be transparent. Friday, right? And if you're the person I was talking to Friday, I got you. I'm gonna send you a message after this because I sure forgot. But Friday, I had one call left, y'all. I was in pajamas. Like I'm gonna finish it up. Like I got pajamas that be kind of cute on the top so I can do work. And I was like, I got a call. I'm doing my meetings, and if y'all know, my office is closed, and on the other side of the door, there's a plaque that's like recording, so my family knows not to get in to come in my room. So I'm working, I was doing my sales call. It was good, y'all. When I tell you I was closing the deal, I was like, yeah, this is what we can do. I was laying out the plan. We had already done all the stuff. My husband comes in, so I'm like, what's he want? What does he want? He comes in the room, and he's like, hey, I need to talk to you. Like I can see his mouth moving, and I'm just like, what's he want? So the lady's talking to me. I put her on mute so I can hear him. And Lord behold, one of my family members apparently is needing to go to the ER like now. Like now. And I'm sitting there like, to the client, yep, got you. And he's looking at me like, help. Because if y'all got a husband, y'all know they can't do nothing. They just some poor babies. And so I literally had to be like, hey, lovely chat, but I gotta go. I'll get back with you. Family emergency. And I dipped, and I literally, that was a 5:30 call. I got home 5 o'clock the next morning because I sat in the ER that whole time. And then because, if you guys who have watched me know, I have an eye condition, because my eyes were exhausted, I was dead to the world the next day. And so I'm literally kind of just getting my wind back today, and we've been full throttle. And so I'm not saying you can't have off days. I'm not trying to say like stuff doesn't happen, but I am saying that stuff is always going to happen. And it's important to just be like, get back on the horse. Figure out, like, you may have thought you were going to have your weekends off, but because the week was crazy, you may have to now work. I'm not saying you can't have boundaries, but if you really want your business to be successful, you're going to have to figure out, especially in the early days before you got team, you have to figure out how to get it done. Right? I've had so many times where we've had clients work. Look, Cheryl up here, Cheryl, one of our clients. Cheryl, I just want to let you know, we've had times when personnel has quit, your projects have been due, and honey child, I tell you, I will stay up and do them myself. Cheryl just had a conference, baby. Surprise, surprise. I edited all those videos myself because our team person that does those usually was on vacation. So you got to do what you got to do, y'all. Right? You got to do what you got to do. This is that grinding season for some of you, right? I'm not saying grind all the time, but I'm saying let's just leave all the excuses behind. Like, burn the boats. If we want this, we're going to do it. That might mean you can't travel as much as you want to. That might mean you can't say yes to all the things you want to say. Maybe you really enjoy volunteering here, there, and everywhere. I had to tell one of my clients, you can't volunteer all the time. You gotta work. All that every time they ask her to do something, she running out. Yeah, I'll do it because it felt good, right? But your nonprofit ain't off the ground yet. Why? Because you over here volunteering for everybody else and not giving your business the time it needs. So I really just want to encourage you guys, look at where your time is going and really come up with a concrete plan. If volunteering, for instance, is something that you're passionate about, how many hours will you volunteer? A quarter, a month? Put a cap on it, right? If your church forever be hitting you up saying, can you do this? Can you do that? How many hours will you give to someone else? right? Because your business needs you. That's why you can't afford the help, because you need to work in the business to afford the help to get more clients in. All right. So look at your time, look at all the contracts and things, but also look at your products and services right now. Some of you had some products that just didn't do nothing this year, right? Ain't nobody buy it, nobody saw it. Look and see, is it a marketing issue or is it a product issue? Some of you can update some products and services. Some of you need to throw some things away. Ain't nobody ever asked you to do it anyway, and come back with a new thing. I had a client this year, it really kind of broke my heart that she quit her business. And I knew very early on that the product she was trying to sell just was not going to hit. And I kept saying, hey, what if we shift it? What if we do this? What if we do that? And they were like, no. Like, this is the product. This is the product. But I knew nobody had asked for that product. It was just something that was laid on their heart. And I was like, well, we just got to get in the door and then we can see, no, I want to do this product. Money, time got invested all year long just for them to just close the business, because they had spent thousands upon thousands of dollars in it, right? Over not a couple months, but over years. I wasn't the only person they worked with. Over years, because they were in love with the product, but they didn't have an understanding of the industry enough to realize that people needed something different, right? Or people didn't understand that they needed that product, and we had to find a way in. Sometimes we got to find a way in kind of through the side door just to get in the business, just to get into the, get into the establishment. And then we can be like, hey, I also got this and I think you need it. But people can't always see it if you just come through the front door and say, here it is. And so I don't want any of you guys who have been rocking with the Iraq family to close shop. Sometimes you need to shift. If you've been with us long enough, we did not start off like this. We started off as Corey by herself, VA, then Corey's social media manager, then kind of got a team making it an agency. We had certain projects, and then it was like, oh, coaching slid in there. And then we just did mostly only coaching. That was like marketing and coaching. It was a whole thing. Go ahead and let your business grow into the next phase. That may mean you having to shift a little bit to make sure you can get into that building, right? I don't care if we get through the back door, side door, a window, the chimney. Some of us need to get in that building, right? And that just may mean taking another look and see, how do we get in? How do we connect and serve the people we want to serve, even if we can't serve them exactly, right, in that particular way, in that particular method we want it. All right, so that's it, because I would talk forever. That's what happens when I don't be having strong notes. I just gave myself like 3 bullets today, and I'll talk forever. But we did good. It's about 37 minutes. All right, couple of housekeeping things. One, we still going to be here every Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, giving you guys massive value. We are going to keep the same schedule in 2025. So go ahead and set your calendars. Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you ever miss a session, remember no problem, Cheryl. We will be posting the replays on YouTube. Typically, they are already on YouTube because we've been going live there. So just go to the live videos. You'll be able to see it. But if you forget, you need a link, our email list, we send it. Couple things that are coming up too. Our holiday offers. Yay. Y'all, they would have been here, but I was determined to have a Santa hat for the videos. So I'll be recording tomorrow. You guys should get information. If you are on the email list, or you've been you be on the email list too. If you're a previous client, if you're watching this video, you're probably going to see it. But we have some cool offers for you. One, we have a cool wish list. We know that some of you guys have been really, really good business owners. So I put you on Santa's nice list. And we have some special things that we are giving out. And we're not giving out, but making available to you guys. It's not going to be a crazy marketing thing. There's a lot of stuff going out this time of year. So if you see it, just see it. But it'll be out soon. Also, we will have a Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Small Business Saturday, Cyber Monday, Black Friday. I think that's all of them. We will have specials for those particular dates. And then something really cool that I'm excited about is we're going to do are we doing 25 days? We're going to do at least 12 days of Christmas. Y'all, we can do at least 12 days. I'm still deciding if we're gonna do 25. I think we're gonna do 12. My birthday is December 12th. I feel like 12 days of Christmas is better than 25 because by the time we get past 12, most of y'all are tapped out anyway for the year. So we're gonna do the 12 days of Christmas. So every day there will also be a special. This is a time where if you were like, man, I've been really eyeing this company, I really wanted this thing, go ahead and just make sure you tapped in because we will post it on that day. It'll have a link. It will tell you how long the offer lasts, and we are a small company. So if we get to capacity, we get to capacity. Now, if you are a previous client and you already have a contract, I doubt, I'm just being honest, that anything we put out is going to be cheaper than the offer you got. So don't freak out being like, oh my God, what about me? You should have probably the best prices. There may be things that you wanted to include. Definitely look, see if it's offered. You can always add it to your contract. But yes, I try to make sure that I reward our return clients with the best deals, the bundle prices. So don't think you're gonna see a price that's way less than what you're paying. I don't want anybody to freak out. But yeah, so that's what's coming down the pipeline. But definitely take advantage of it because today's prices are not next year's prices. I actually today just finished our price list for 2025. Today's prices aren't next year's prices. Okay. All right. But that is it for tonight, guys. Remember, I rock, you rock, we all rock. Thank you all who tuned in live and who also watched the replays. And we will see you all. We'll see you all soon. Are you a service-based small business owner, juggling multiple roles and constantly racing against the clock? Make iRock Marketable Business Solution your trusted business partner in achieving business success. We understand the unique challenges you face in managing your business. That's why we offer a range of virtual assistant services tailored just for you. Our virtual assistants are skilled, dedicated, and ready to lighten your workload. Imagine having a partner who can handle your social media management, data entry, and travel plans. Picture a team that creates engaging video content for your audience. Think about never worrying about administrative tasks again. With iRock, you don't just save time, you gain peace of mind. Our virtual assistants are like an extension of your business, allowing you to focus on what you do best. Join the countless small business owners who have elevated their businesses with our VA services. Ready to take the next step towards business success? Discover how we can make your business journey smoother. Unlock the full potential of your business with iRock Marketable Business Solutions.